I want to start real with you. Mark's opening about losing his dad isn't just a setup. It's the reason some of this hurts deeper than it should. When your go-to person for every Cowboys reaction, the one you call after a big win or when Jerry does something puzzling, is gone, the whole experience changes. It's not just the news itself anymore. It's that missing voice that used to make everything matter more. That's where Mark's coming from when he says he's lost some of the joy doing this. If you've ever had a moment like that with someone close, you know how it changes even the small stuff. A dumb move from Jerry used to be fodder for a laugh with your dad. Now it lands as a reminder of who isn't there to talk about it. If that hits home, type one memory in the comments. Who did you use to talk Cowboys with? A dad, a sibling, a friend? One line. And while you do that, help this channel reach 16,000 by hitting subscribe. We need real fans supporting real voices. Beyond the personal, Mark points out something a lot of us have noticed. The Cowboys YouTube space used to feel like a tight-knit family. Back when Dak was a rookie and channels were small, we all felt connected. The creators who were grinding year after year shared takes, helped each other out, and built a real community. Now it's different. It's the Wild West. Bigger outlets, TV writers, and a flood of new creators have moved in, and that changed the vibe. Growth isn't bad. More coverage is great, but it can turn a clubhouse into an arena. The same people who used to trade ideas now sometimes trade slights, and that makes everything uglier than it needs to be. If you value substance over flash, hit like right now so the algorithm knows people actually want in-depth stuff, not recycled hot takes. And that shift matters because YouTube isn't fair by design. It rewards engagement, heat, clicks, controversy, more than tenure or quality. So what gets pushed is often the loudest or the most sensational, not the most thoughtful. That pressure pushes creators to be louder, faster, or catchier, and sometimes that comes at the cost of nuance. For the channels that built their audiences by grinding, studying tape, editing, answering real questions, seeing flash in the pan creators rise and vanish is maddening. But here's the reality. The channels that last are the ones that do the boring, detailed work consistently. That's what keeps fans coming back. So tell me in the comments which new Cowboys channel actually impressed you this offseason, which felt like a flash in the pan. Drop 2 names and a line. Also, quick yes, no while you type. Should creators chase authenticity or monthly growth? Vote in comments. Now let's talk about something that's been shaking fans for weeks. Micah Parsons and Jerry Jones. Mark mentioned a 4-hour meeting between Micah and Jerry, and that detail matters. Because Micah did more than play on the field this year, he peeled back layers of the organization. When a star player's concerns go public, it's no longer just X and O's. It becomes about culture, trust, and accountability. That's why Mark says Micah pulled the layers of the onion off of Jerry Jones. People hear that and either want urgent fixes or they want honest explanations. A long meeting can be calming because it shows both sides are talking, but meetings alone don't equal solutions. If you were Micah, what would you do? Sit tight and trust the process, or push harder publicly? Tell me in the comments and explain why. Think about what this forces the front office to do. When a player of Micah's caliber speaks up, the organization has to act or explain itself. Fans who felt ignored about draft misses or stingy free agent spending suddenly feel validated. But there's nuance here. Jerry and Stephen Jones have built undeniable success in a massive franchise, and from their perspective, they'll point to wins and playoff pushes as proof they know what they're doing. So you get this contradiction, strong results mixed with persistent blind spots, and that's what makes the whole situation complicated. Quick yes, no. Do you trust Jerry to actually fix the problem after talks with Micah? Put yes or no in the comments. This all ties directly into roster construction and the front office philosophy that shaped the Cowboys over the last decade. Mark said it bluntly, the Cowboys have spent the least in free agency over a long stretch. That's a deliberate philosophy, not a coincidence. Stephen Jones has said it. If you're paying top dollar for average free agents, you messed up in the draft. But here's the problem. Drafting isn't a perfect science. When you miss on picks and then refuse to spend to plug holes, you're essentially saying you'll accept the shortcoming rather than fix it. That's where the tape measure analogy fits. Trying to build a house without the tool you need when the tool is available just because you don't want to spend the money. Look at the high-profile moves in Dak's era. The Amari Cooper trade that worked well while it lasted, the Stephen Gilmore trade, the Brandon Cooks move. Those were useful, But in a decade with a franchise quarterback on cheap rookie money for 4 years, those headline moves aren't enough. You need a steady stream of impact additions to keep a championship window open. Leaning almost exclusively on the draft leaves no margin for error. That's why Micah's frustration resonates. If a generational talent sees the same patterns fans have complained about, it lights a bigger fire under everything. So what do you want? Do you want the front office to change philosophy and spend more? Or do you want them to double down on drafting and hope the misses stop? Drop your answer in the comments and tell me one move you'd make today to restore faith. While you type, if you think opening the wallet more would help, hit like. It tells me you're tired of bargain hunting when the stakes are this high. Here's what hope looks like in this mess. Real conversation. The fact that Micah and Jerry reportedly spent hours in a room together is at least a start. Culture change doesn't happen in press conferences. It happens behind closed doors when people actually listen and follow up with action. The upcoming season is a tightrope. There's enough talent to win big games and enough stubbornness to sabotage those same chances. That tension is what makes being a Cowboys fan such an emotional ride. You see the potential and you remember how quickly it can be wasted. For Mark, every big win will now come with that bittersweet reminder of his dad not being there. For the rest of us, it's about who we share these moments with now, family, friends, or the online community we built. If you've been around this channel and value the long-form, fan-first breakdowns, help us get to 16,000 subscribers. Hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the updates that actually matter. Your support keeps this place focused on tape, context, and honest conversation, not just hot takes. Quick final ask. Think about one concrete thing that would restore your faith in the Cowboys front office. Is it more spending in free agency? A long-term extension for Micah? Different draft strategy? Drop that single thing in the comments, short and direct. I'll read them and we'll use them as a pulse check on what real fans want. The season's coming fast and decisions are being made right now. Meetings are happening, paper is being read, and the smallest change can swing us from another frustrating year to a deep playoff run.